Good evening, everyone. We're back live from T-City here for the evening game between Ontario and Manitoba. Manitoba winning the toss and elected to field first. Team for Manitoba is Javier Palma through the captain, Moaz Tazi, Wafu Shah, Kamaljoth Romana, Arvinder Jabal, Mandeep Saini, Arvinder Dhillon, Shivam Sharma, Sarabjot Sivya, Amarveer Kamal, Rajendra Mangali. Ontario is batting first. Team for Ontario comprises of Navneet Baliwal, Captain Diane Khan, Harsh Thakur, Shubham Sharma, Development Laner, Arman Kapoor, Saad Zafar, Jeremy Gordon, Salman Nazar, Parveen Dhul, and Shehbaz Kiani. Taking strikes for Ontario is Ryan Khan. Ontario, obviously, this is their second game in the tournament. They played earlier this morning. They beat Nova Scotia in the first game. First ball flicked away by Ryan over the mid-wicket fielder. It won't go all the way to the boundary. The batsman come back for 2 runs. So good start for Ryan here.
Yeah, started. Watch. Yeah.
Kamal Mangli is the opening bowler for Manitoba bowling to Ryan Patan. And that one swung a little bit. Goes to a wide, not called by the umpire. Opening the batting with Ryan is Shubham Sharma. Both these openers gave a good start in the morning game against Nova Scotia. One slip in place. Kamal comes in, goes Ryan drives it solidly to the long off fielder for a single. Kamal bowling with a 7-2 offside field. There's two fielders on the all side. There's a mid on and mid wicket. Both inside the circles. Kamal balls. This one is driven as Shubham to get off the mark for a single. Ontario move along to 4 without any wicket in this first over. Two fielders at the boundary for the time are long off and a deep extra cover. Kamal so far bowled a decent channel, comes in, bowls to Ryan, and Ryan flicks him away. Beautifully played over the mid wicket fielder, and the ball races away for 4 runs. So Ryan is up here with his first boundary. Ontario moves along to 8 for no wicket. So 8 runs in the first over. Last ball, going for a boundary. Beautiful shot by Ryan. Amarveer Khanna is the second opening bowler for Manitoba. This is just ping down the leg, slightly flicked to mid on for a single. Shubham. Settled start here for Ontario. These two opening batsmen obviously had a good outing in the middle in the first game. Good partnership to get tournament underway for Ontario. Ontario obviously winning that game, beating Nova Scotia. They want to capitalize the day with another victory here over Manitoba, while Manitoba kicking off their tournament against Ontario today. They would like to get a win under their belt. Amarveer will now bowl to Ryan. Oh, that's a good ball, and that is a loud shout. The umpire is not out. That one came into Ryan a little bit. Close call there for the bowler. Now shot by Manitoba. Said not out. And Ryan takes a big lead over long off, misses out. Two fielders on the boundary for Amarveer. He has a deep mid wicket, deep square leg, and a long on, and a short fine leg. Two fielders on the leg side. He's getting some in swing going for him. One slip in place. And this has got the leading edge over the short third midfielder. And that will run away before. That should get Ryan going again. So 2 boundaries already for Ryan. And he moved along to 11 now. And Ontario move along to 13 for no wicket. Okay, the second over. This is obviously the National T20 Championship hosted by Cricket Canada. All 10 provinces participating in this tournament. This is day one, and we're into the fifth game of this tournament. Summerby bowls this one and run. Guys, this between the short third man and backward point fielder. Another run away with 4 runs. Beautiful timing from Ryan. That raced away. Quick outfield here at King City. And Ontario off to a flying start now. Third boundary for Ryan. Score moves along to 17 for no wicket. Manitoba would obviously want to get rid of Ryan in the dangerous batsman to get his team to a flying start. This is down the leg, wide, and missed by the keeper, and it runs away for 4 wides. So that's 5 wides in fact. And a great start for Ontario now. Bowler missing his line, missed by the keeper, and ball raced away to the boundary. Expensive over from Amari now. Cross these wide there down the leg side. Already 14 runs in this over. He's getting a bit of swing. Just missed his line a little bit there. To Ryan. Cut away hard by Ryan. No need to run for that. That's another boundary. Between backward point and point for 4 runs. And that is an expensive over for Manitoba. Score moved along to 26 for no wicket for Ontario after 2 overs. Ryan off to a flying start here. 19 not out of just 10 deliveries. 18 runs in the second over. Not the start that Manitoba with a good score. Wicket or two for Manitoba early on. That puts the break here. That's what they'll be aiming for. About to continue. Driven back by Shubham this time. And the ball straight down the ground for 4 runs. Beautifully timed by Shubham. Even though there was a long fielder at the boundary, he couldn't cut it off. 4 more runs. So that's the first boundary for Shubham. That should get his confidence up and running as well. Obviously boosted by the aggressive cards given by Ram on the other end. Ontario now 30 for no wicket. The phase held up as fielders just looking for that ball. That was driven solidly by Shubham. Straight down the ground before. It's been a windy day today here at King City. It's difficult for the players and fielders out there. They'll have to judge the ball well in these conditions. Very open leg field here. Other simultaneous game at this stage going on is between British Columbia and Saskatchewan. British Columbia obviously also playing their second game of the tournament. They got off to a winning start this morning against New Brunswick. Now, with Kamal continuing, falling to Shubham. Ball to Shubham. This is well played by Shubham and a single taken down to mid on. These batsmen seem to have a good understanding between them. Both quick runners between the wicket as well. Trying to make full use of this power play. And Mangli inviting the batsman to go on the leg side. He's got two fielders on the leg. Is getting some outswing going. And there he's driven solidly by Ryan. Beats the mid-on fielder, but is cut off by the long off fielder at the boundary. In the meantime, one more run to Ryan. Ontario move along. 32 for no wicket. Both hard hitting batsmen at the wicket right now. Shubham. This is driven by Shubham. Beautifully fielded by the full toss. Driven solidly. Hits the fielder. Couldn't collect it cleanly, but more run conceded at the end. That was solidly driven again by Shubham. He's timing the ball well, but it is a touch off right field. Seven fielders on the offside tackling. And the bowler is bowling in that off-stump channel and getting some outswing as well. This one is heaved away over the point fielder by Shubham. 4 runs. So if I cannot bisect the fielders, I will go over the top. And beautifully driven by Shubham. 4 more runs. Confident start here for both openers Shubham and score for Ontario moving along to 36 for no wicket in the first 3 overs. Manitoba would like to take a wicket here. Put the shackles on Ontario. This is a flying start for Ontario. So Kamal, so far Kamal has bowled 2 overs, 18 for no wicket for him. And as expected, change in bowling now, where we lost 18 runs in his first over. So that brings in a change and spin being introduced by Manitoba, perhaps a good tactic here. So far in the earlier games, spinners have been able to extract some turn from this wicket and have been successful. Left arm spin being introduced. Seems like Amrinder Dhillon is coming into ball. Number 1 for Manitoba. Well ball, good start, gently tap for a single bar around. Sensible batting. Good start by Amrinder. Holding a good channel first delivery. Bowling with a 5-4 field. There's a long off fielder and a deeper wicket off the boundary. This is gently tapped by Shubham to show the wicket fielder. Good tight start by Amrinder. Gently taps a toss slip and backward point, looking for 2. Good fielding at the boundary, saved the boundary, saved a couple of runs, and beautiful throw back to the keeper. But that was well played, late cut by Fulham. And that brings about a change in the field, bringing an extra fielder to the offside. And Rinder more confident now with his line and the channel he wants to bowl. No margin for error here. Possible leaves this one down to the deep wicket fielder. It's a tough chase. Beautiful piece of fielding at the boundary. Again, saving the results for the other team. 2 more runs to Shubham. As the score moves along to 41 for no wicket. We're in the 4th over. Well bowled. Gently tapped by Shubham to the short cover fielder. No run there. This one, Amrinder tried to swing behind square, misses out. Gentle shout by the bowler, denied by the umpire, and that concludes a much better over for Manitoba in the power play. Only 5 runs coming out that one. After Ontario got off to a flying start, 36 in the first 3 overs. It's 5 in this last over, so it's 41 for no wicket after 4 overs for Ontario. Shubham not out on 15 of 11 deliveries. He's in a couple of boundaries. While Ryan is the more of an aggressor, 21 of 12 for him. He's got 4 boundaries to his name already. Seems like there's a change in bowling in the north end. Looks like number 7 is Mandeep Saini who's coming into bowl. He'll be bowling to Ryan. Still 2 more overs in the power play left. Mandeep comes in, bowls to Ryan, and Ryan goes over power. That will be 1 bounce and 4 runs. Or umpire is confirming with the fielder, and it's a 6. So Ryan getting more confident and is headed over extra cover for 6. Beautifully timed by Ryan. Not a good start for Mandeep. First ball, hit over extra cover for 6. You need to find his rhythm quickly here. And obviously a very strong player on both on the off and on the on side. He's very strong in that extra cover region. That brings about a change in the field again. So back to the same field that was in play for earlier on. There's a long off at the boundary and a deep extra cover. 3 fielders on the onside, everyone inside the circle. Mid on, mid wicket, and short fine leg. As Mandeep comes in, both Ryan and Ryan taps it between third man and point, but well fielded by the short third man fielder for a single. .48 for now wicket Ontario after 4.2 overs. They're off to a flying start here. That's well played by Shubham. Gently tapped and good understanding between these 2 batsmen. Easy single there. They're off to 49 again. They had a 51 partnership in the morning as well. So they're almost there. Back-to-back 50-run opening stands for Ontario. as Mandeep bowls to Ryan, and Ryan hits it over. Long on, and that sails over the fence for 6. This is a big hit from Ryan. And that is 50 up for Ontario, 55 for no wicket in no time at all. In only 4.4 overs, 55 for no wicket. And Ryan is moved along to 34 of just 15 deliveries, 4 fours and 2 sixes. To his credit already. And they try on a run, cuts it straight to the short segment fielder. No run there. Ball is flying around that. If it's not straight to the fielder, it's either a boundary or it's flying over the fence for 6. Mandeep to bowl the last ball of his first over. This is gently tapped by Ryan, good smart batting, a good delivery, a good channel. Extended by Ryan, straight to the fielder. That's the end of the 5th over. Ontario 55 for no wicket. So far, it's been a bit of a struggle for all Manitoba's bowler, except for Minder, who just conceded 5 runs in his first over. Will be a Minder to continue the last over of the power play. Bowling with a 6-3 offside field. There's a deep mid wicket and long on with 2 fielders at the boundary. As Minder to Shubham now. Shubham gives them straight to the short mid wicket fielder. No run there. Shubham also trying to up the ante. Make full use of this power play. But this one is gently tapped to backward point. No run there. Sent back by around. Goes straight to the fielder. Obviously, the fielders have very good throwing arms. That was right on top of the stump, straight to the keeper. No chance of run there. Minder now to Shubham. Shubham heaves in. This is up in the air. Could be caught. And it's taken. So the dot balls might have put some pressure. Shubham trying to go for a big one. Straight to the deep middle fielder, which was a well-judged catch. These are difficult conditions. It's a bit windy today. But Manitoba has struck here. Made their first breakthrough wicket they were really looking forward for. They wanted to break this partnership and the opening stand. Shubham now welcome back to the pavilion after scoring 16 of 16 balls. Ontario lose their first wicket 55 for 1 after 5.3 overs. So success for Minder. He's been one of the pick of the bowlers so far for Manitoba. Power play. 1.3 overs, 5 for 1 for him. As Navneet walks into the middle. The captain for Ontario. Manitoba would like to grab another wicket or 2 here. Put brakes on Ontario. While Ontario would like to build off from this great start and put a big total on the board. So far, the wicket seems to be playing really well. That ball seems to be coming onto bat much nicer now. As Navneet taking strike now. Change in field for Navneet as well. The deep extra cover and the long off fielder now at the mound. So only two fielders on the onside, both on inside the circle, mid on and short mid wicket. As Navneet now takes strike. Drives it to the short cover fielder. No run there. Good tight over for Manitoba. Wicket definitely helps. Ontario were flying at one stage. Now, no runs so far conceded in the sixth over. As Navneet drives this to the deep extra cover fielder. That's been crossed for a single, and Navneet gets off the mark. So that concludes the power play. Actually, there's one ball to go still in the over. Miscalculation there. So one ball still left in the power play. Everyone back to their field positions. That's Ryan now. I'm in there. Goes to Ryan and Ryan gently taps it. One bounce to the slip fielder. It's a good over for Raminder. Successful over for Raminder. Very good power play over. 2 overs for Raminder, 6 for 1. As Ontario 56 for 1 after 6 overs. Happy. So it seems like another change in bowling. Been being introduced from the north end. Shivam Sharma is the bowler. He's bowling to Navneet. Navneet drives it down to long off for a single. Let's see what Ryan has in store after the power play. Off to a flyer here. 34 not out. It doesn't matter to Ryan. That's a big hit. That is a massive six. He took the long handle and deposited that ball onto the second field. Easily sailed over the boundary for 6. That's the third 6 for Ryan. And he also has 4 boundaries. To his credit, 40 not out at this stage, 19 deliveries only. Shivam bowled it quicker this time. Ryan trying to cut this one behind backward point and missing out. For his ball, he leaped up, smashed for 6. Trying to change the pace up a little bit, bowling it faster to Ryan. So good smart change from Shivam. This one is tapped behind, tapped to short third midfielder. No run there. So good three dot balls, and probably not. He wouldn't be comfortable taking three dot balls given his style of batting. Let's see how he adjusts. This is driven. Smart batting by Ryan. Driven too long off for a single. So good comeback by Shivam after being hit for was six, conceding 8 runs in his first over. Score moves along to 64 for 1 for Ontario after 7 overs. This is obviously crucial stage of the game, these middle overs. Both teams would like to capitalize here. Manitoba obviously would like to keep taking some wickets, put some breaks on Ontario. Or Ontario would like to build off from this great start. Quite a number of crowd here at King City today. Everyone's excitedly moved into this game, looking for a high-scoring encounter. As Arminder will continue, he's been the pick of the bowlers for Manitoba so far. Arminder to Ryan, and Ryan taps it to short leg wicket, looking for a quick single. Good running between the wickets. Arminder to Navneet now, and Navneet gently taps it, looking for another quick single. Well run between the wickets. Fielders are sticking at the edge of the circle because it's a fast outfield here at King City. Once the ball crosses the field, there is a very best chance stopping the boundary. Arminder once again Ryan. The play by Ryan, these soft hand touches and quick running between the wicket. Good batting by the batsman, taking on those smart quick singles. Arminder also bowling good tight channel, not giving too much room to play with for the batsmen to swing their arms. With smart cricket overall. Slight change in the field. There's now point fielder coming up a little bit, trying to save those good cheeky singles. As Navneet now sweeps this one down to deep mid wicket. Just one more there. Good return to the keeper. Bowling from Arvinder so far. 10 runs of his spell. He has a wicket to spread it, the only wicket that has fallen. This one is wrapped down the leg. No run there. Cut away by Ryan, missed by the fielder, and once it missed in the circle, it will sail to the boundary for 4 runs. Good shot by Ryan. Bowler not happy with the fielder there. That was cut hard, but just a few feet away from the fielder who missed it, and the ball sailed away to the boundary as Ontario move along to 72 for 1 after 8 overs. And Ryan moved along to 47 of just 27 deliveries. 5 fours and 3 sixes. Arminder kept things very tight so far. Did not like that boundary of the last ball of his third over. 3 overs, 14 for 1 for Arminder. Shivam to continue. Bowling to Navneet. Navneet, gentle, soft hands, tap to the short cover fielder. One more run. Navneet obviously trying to anchor the innings here. While Ryan trying to be the aggressor between the two batsmen.
पॉज करके सुन लिया करो ना, इसको पॉज करके इसमें सुन, समझे?
Ryan cuts this one, and that should be a couple of runs at least. Well fielded by the fielder. And that takes Ryan on to 49 now. 49 of his 28 deliveries. And tap down to the short third length fielder for a single. And that brings up Ryan on 50. Very good batting indeed. Backed up by a solid 40, 45 this morning. Scored against Nova Scotia. Now he scored a 50. So he is first 50 in this tournament, 50 of 29 balls only. 5 fours and 3 sixes. Shivam now to Navneet. Navneet is beaten and is being caught. Nice it. Good catch by the keeper there. And Ontario lose their captain. Walking back to the pavilion now. Navneet disappointed there. Just got a faint tickle. And keeper made no mistake. Navneet walks back to the pavilion to scoring 5. And Ontario now 76 for 2 after 8.4 overs. Much needed breakthrough for Manitoba. They'd like to keep picking these wickets. Caught by Sarabjot, who's the keeper for Manitoba. As Arman Fatul walks into the middle. So Shivam has his first breakthrough. I don't know enough to get rounds over here. He's the one dangerous batsman. He's already on 50. He really he's the danger man. Well, Arman now hitting for the first ball in this tournament. Gentleman pass down to a long on to get this first run of the game and the tournament. Oh, missed by the bowler. Cut away by Ryan, straight to the point fielder, looking for a quick single. Indecision by the batsman, so they decide against taking a single. That concludes a successful over for Manitoba, getting the wicket of the captain, Ontario. So Score is now 77 for 2 after 9 overs. Manitoba will be feeling a lot better since they've managed to pull things back a little after a flying start for Ontario in the first 5 overs.
What's my friend? What? That's what you want? Yes. Tomorrow.
The spin that has worked for Manitoba so far. The two bowlers, the two spinners, have bowled 5 overs between them, have conceded 27 runs and have picked up 2 wickets. That's the nature of this tournament so far. Spin has worked well for most of the teams. Arminder in his last over of his spell. Driven by Arman, looking for a single, beats the short cover fielder. And the batsman taking easy single there. Ran on strike. Reverse sweep. And trying to be a little cheeky there. Just one more run there. Irish shot, but this is T20 cricket. Wants to expand his game a little there. Armand, this time goes back. Swept away. One last, two balls and ball crossing the boundary line. Very safe shot. Hit in the vacant area. 4 runs to Armand. This was boundary. Arminder won't be happy. He was bowling a very good spell in a very tight channel, but Armand taking the ante on this one and swept away for 4. As Ontario now move along to 83 for 2. Quickest delivery by Arminder. Cut away straight to the fielder. It's a short point fielder. And change in the field. So now we have 3 fielders deep on the onside, nobody inside the circle, and 4 fielders inside the circle on the offside. As Arminder to bowl the last ball of his spell, and that concludes the spell. So 4 overs for Arminder, conceding 20 runs and picked up a wicket. Ontario 83 for 2 after 10 overs. Obviously would like to score somewhere around 160, 170 at the minimum. They have 8 wickets in hand still. And they have Ryan Patan still at the wicket. If he stays out there, he might not get a much bigger total. We have to see what Manitoba has in store with Jamal, who's going to come from the south end replacing Arminder. In the meantime, it seems like Shivam to continue. Ran tries to go big, misses. No run there. Straight back to the bowler. Shivam once again. Ryan drives this solidly, missed by the bowler himself. One more run to Ryan there. Plan is simple for Manitoba. They're trying to keep 3 fielders deep on the onside for both batsmen and 4 fielders inside the circle on the offside. Bowlers trying to keep strong down. Well, beautifully driven by Arman. Over extra cover for 4 runs. Beautifully timed by Arman. He's going more in confidence now. Arman keeping the scoreboard ticking over. So he's got 2 boundaries within the last 2 overs. And he's moved along to 10 in the process. 10 not out. 7 for Arman. Arman then he taps it to 20. No run there. Manitoba would like to cut these boundaries they're conceding in every over. Allow the player to manage a high scoring rate. This one is driven by Arman. Solidly down the long off. Well cut off by the fielder there. Good return back to the bowler. Just 1 run. So for good smart batting by Arman, trying to pick his spots, pick the gaps. This one run misses it. Quickest delivery by Sivam. Trying to cut away hard, misses out on that one. So that concludes the 11th over. And Ontario at 89 for 2. So far, good bowling by Sivam as well. 3 overs for him, 19 for 1. Picked up the wicket of Navneet, who scored best out today. Change in bowling from the pavilion end. The new bowler is number 12, and he's the captain for Manitoba. Mataru, Jitinder Pal Mataru. Guys, this is Mataru, right? So let's see what the captain have in store for Manitoba as he's bowling to Ryan. Sorry, Arman was on strike. Good start for him. Decent channel, just outside the Austin. Arman tried to dab down the third man, just missed out. As he comes in, bowls to Arman. This is gently flicked by Arman, looking for 2, and good running. Oh, that was going to be good backing up by the fielder there. It was a very strong throw by the fielder, who ran in from the boundary, tried to stop the 2. But these 2 are quick runners between the wicket, both Arman and Ryan. Arman's played that with soft hands. There's no fielder inside the circle, except for the short fine leg fielder on the onside. 3 fielders patrolling the boundary on the onside. Deep square, deep mid wicket, and long on. And a short fine line inside the circle. Mataru now mixing the pace up a little bit. There's a short third man fielder inside the circle. There's a backward point fielder inside the circle and a short cover on the offside. It is a deep point cover fielder and long on the mound. This is Devin Barman taking the short cover fielder, no one there. So it's a good start so far for Mataru. So for 2 runs conceded by Mataru in his first over. Armand once again faces gently back again on the onside, looking for 2 again. But no, said Ryan. Good hustle from the fielder from the defense. Batsman will obviously be looking for those spaces to pick up ones and twos. As Ryan now will face Mataru. Driven down to the deep extra cover fielder for a single. And that concludes a good over by Mataru. Just 4 runs conceded. And Ontario now at 93 for 2 after 12 overs. Armand 14 not out. 2 boundaries to his name. While Ryan 53 not out. He's only faced 35 deliveries. 5 fours and 3 sixes. Ryan obviously got off to a quick start. Capitalized during the power play. Playing a more of a consolidation role during this middle phase of the innings, trying to build a partnership with Armand. His current partnership, 17 runs between these two batsmen. As Shivam to continue from the north end to bowl the last over spell. Round tries to go big, gets a leading edge. One bounce to the short third fielder. One more run. Armand drive up his tree. 1-2 bounces to the long off fielder for a single. I think these two batsmen looking to up the ante now a little bit. They've got a good partnership going. 8 wickets in hand for Ontario. Shivam to Ryan, and Ryan goes big. This is up in the air. It's a difficult chance for well short of the deep mid-wicket fielder. Just 1 run. And high up in the air. These are very windy conditions today. It was definitely against the wind. Armand tries to go over extra cover again, misses out. Quick delivery from Shivam. Short pulled by Armand against the wind again. 1-2 bounces collected by the deep fielder. 1 more run. As Shivam now to bowl the last ball of his spell. So far he's been very economical. Has got a wicket to his credit as well. Ryan goes big this time. This is not against the wind. This is sailing over Donga. 6 runs to Ryan. And Shivam not happy to concede a 6th of the last ball of his spell. 4 overs, 29 for 1 for Shivam. It kept things really tight until that last ball, and Ryan nudging that over the long off fielder, sailed over the boundary for six. Wind definitely is playing a factor. Ontario now 103 for two, so 100 achieved with that six over long off. Ryan moved along to 61 of just 38 deliveries, 4 sixes and 5 fours. There's a very good chance to make a big score today. As Mataru will continue. Was a good first over. Pulled away by Herman, looking for two. This is in the gap. Should be easy too. And good running by the batsman. Sorry to Herman. Put away by Herman to backward point, looking for a quick single. And good running between the wicket. That was straight to the fielder, but he's right at the edge of the circle. Slower delivery, wide outside the option, good delivery, making Ryan reach. Ryan not happy there. Was expecting the car to signal wide, but a nice good change up by Mataru, showing a bit of a mix in his army. And Ryan tries to go big. Misses out again.
Bowling, good bowling. Thanks. Yeah, I know.
Mataru once again to Ryan. Well played, good delivery. Good change up, pacey delivery right in the middle of his thumbs. Gently tapped by Ryan for a single. Played with soft hands. Once again, a very good over from Mataru. Backed by his first over, conceding 4 runs. Now he's conceded 4 in the first 5 deliveries in the second over. As Vermont takes 5. Goes big. Looking for 2. Collected by the fielder. Good return back to the bowler. Good piece of fielding. Keeping the batsman to 1. Got to cover some ground. And a good return to the bowler. And a good second over from Mataru again. So score moves along to 108 for 2 for Ontario after 15 overs. The last 6 overs to play now. Ontario will be hoping for at least 160, 170 from this point. They have 8 wickets in hand. It's not going to be easy for new batsmen going in and get going right off the bat. So it's going to rely on Ryan and Rahman, who are the 2 set batsmen now. This partnership 31 between these batsmen. That's over. They can pick up a wicket or 2 here. Put some breaks in Ontario. And when Manitoba took on the field, they'll be targeting to restrict Ontario to somewhere around 150 or below. Ontario obviously has good batting. Change in bowling. Silver had bowled out its spell.
Nice run.
As Moaz Kazi is the new bowler.
Yeah, no, I know. You need to.
Number 11 from Manitoba. Another off-spin bowler being introduced.
Because even now, if I
As driven solidly by Ryan to long on for a single.
you need to start chasing whenever you
Armand again
okay, you want
drives down to long on for a single. The wind is blowing quite strong here at King City. It's against the wind if you try to hit on the onside from this end. This one that ran misses out. It's inside edge. Was goes to Ryan and Ryan drives it solidly to the long off fielder. Just one run there. Good start so far from Was. That's a wide. And that will be some extras. Armand trying to push for the second. And he is coming back for the second. That's good running. So 3 wides. So maybe just the commentator's curse there. As Was bowled a good. Was just conceded 4 runs off his first 5 deliveries and sprays one down the leg for 3 wides. As Armand now takes all of that, drives it over extra cover for a single. And that concludes the 15th over. Ontario move along to 116 for 2 after 15 overs. 5 more overs to play here. Mataru has 2 overs remaining for him. So let's see if it will be Moaz and Mataru to do the job for Manitoba. Mataru down to Arman. Arman beats this one, gets a leading edge. Goes on to deep square leg, looking for 2, running aggressively. And good running. Good running between the wickets. This pair trying to now capitalize in the last 5 overs. They'll be looking to push the score. Aiming for at least 160. Could go beyond if Ryan stays in the middle. But not easiest conditions to bat. This one is pulled by Armand for a single. Not easiest conditions to bat because of the wind here today. Quite windy. Perhaps this year's been blowing as well. Ram now takes strike. Taru bowls a change up again. And and misses his line this time. Wide signal by the umpire. He tries to bowl this back off the arm delivery. Change up, might say. Quick edge delivery, flick by Ryan in the gap. This is a good shot by Ryan. This might go over four. Beautifully timed, 4 runs. He picked his spot, made sure he flips it over the short wicket fielder, and that one run over four. Good shot by Ryan. 4 more runs.
Okay.
Good shot, nothing wrong with the delivery. But a good and a weighted shot by Ryan there as the umpire tries to take care of problems being caused by the wind. And 68 not out, 45 deliveries. Tabs it down to point. 1 more run. Nine runs in the over so far. Wide again. Again trying that change of delivery. Back of the hand. Missing the line. Armand tries to go big. Misses out. He would have been getting with the win had he connected on that one. He's trying to aim for the long on mid-wicket region. And again, he'll try to go again with the win. Misses out. He's playing for the conditions here. Trying to take advantage of the win. And missing out there. So 2 dot balls, 20 over. Mataru now 3 overs, 19 for no wicket for him. As Ontario are 126 for 2 after 16 overs. Ryan not out on 69. Arman unbeaten at 26 right now. Partnership between these two batsmen exactly at the 50-run mark at this stage. It's a good partnership after the loss of me early. Ryan goes back, straight down the ground. No need to run for that. He knows it. That's 1 down 4. Straight over the baller's head. Very good timing there. 1 down 4. Wasn't that far from the long left fielder, but that was already hit. Smashed again by Ryan. Down to the extra cover. Looking for 2. Should be easy 2. It's a long boundary out there. 2 more runs. So now, the long handler is out for sure now. Both these batsmen will be looking to score as many runs as possible in this last 4 overs. This is a very good partnership now. 58 between these two. As Ryan drives the corner, no need to run for that. Maybe. Good effort at the boundary there.
Nice stop, baby!
Good stop at the boundary there. It's a long boundary in that region. Fielder had to cover a lot of ground running from the long off fence, keeping the batsman to 2. Again, there, same region, another time around, but this one sails away for four. This one he middle for sure. He's picking his gaps as this is now turning out to be a very expensive over for Manitoba. Score for Ontario now 138 for 2 as Ryan moves along to 81 with 50 deliveries. 8 fours and 4 sixes to his credit as Kazi tries to york him, gets a leading edge down to short segment for a single. 13 runs of the over so far. And this is down the legs. Bowler misses, keeper misses. It's running away to the boundary, and that's all right. The ball just comes down sailing to the boundary. It's a fast outfield here. And Manitoba won't be happy with this over for sure. 18 runs already conceded in this over. Just the momentum that Ontario wanted at this stage. They got it. And Arman now drives it solidly again. That one is running away. Good fielding again by the fielder. And deep extra cover. Looking for three. But good return by the fielder there. Saved 2 runs for his team. So that's the end of the 17th over. 146 for 2 Ontario. An expensive over for Moaz Kazi. He's conceded 28 of his 2 overs. Manitoba might need to look for something different in this last 3 overs. This game now, the balance really shifting in Ontario's favor after this last over. They're now sitting comfortably at 146 for 2 as this pair has a partnership of 70 runs between them, 50 deliveries. Change in bowling from the pavilion end. It will be Mandeep Saini who's going to come into bowl. Bowls to Arman, and Arman misses out. Actually, it's Ryan who's on strike. He'll be looking for the 18 more runs. Last 3 overs. Tries to cut it behind square and gets it away sailing. Fielder makes the dive. Great stop by the fielder there. That's a good, solid piece of work by the fielder there. Safe to run. Manitoba has generally fielded very well. They've saved some boundaries. Cut away again by Ron. In the gap again. He's looking for 2, but this might run away before. No, once again, beautiful save by the fielder. Running away from the extra cover boundary all the way to the backward point, saving 2 runs for his team. These can be vital saves. As 150 comes up for Ontario. And Ryan moves along to 86. Mandeep now to Ryan. Slow as that bowling. Good delivery. Ryan trying to give himself some room. He's trying to buy that extra cover region. There has been ball, but a great knock by Ryan against Jordan. 86 for him, 86 of just 55 deliveries, 8 fours and 4 sixes. Very good knock indeed. As he walks back to the pavilion, missed out on 100 there. 86 indeed, very good knock. He's trying to up the ante for his team. Well played. He comes back to a cheering crowd in the pavilion. New batsman who's joined Arman now is Harsh Thakur. And Mandeep missing is one up there. Still 2.2 overs remaining in this innings. Up there, you might be looking for somewhere around 170, 175 now. They have 7 wickets in hand. Mandeep bowls, first tries to cut, misses out. Mandeep so far has maintained a good channel just outside the off stump. Brings about a change in the field. Third man dropped down to the boundary. And the deep square leg fielder comes inside the circle as Mandeep to bowl to Harsh. Good Yorker. Very good over for Mandeep indeed. Much needed for Manitoba.
Get over, Mandeep.
There's 4 runs and a wicket, and a crucial wicket of Ryan in that over. So Manitoba would be looking to bowl concede as little as possible in these last 2 overs. Looking forward to an exciting chase here. Arman now. He's the senior partner now. He's been out there. Let's see what he has in store in these last 2 overs. As Makaru, he's bowling his last over. Change of ends for Makaru. Slowest delivery. Back of the hand. Looking for a quick single. Needed a direct hit there. Not easy for the new going and the new batsman at this stage to just go ahead and hit those boundaries. Texas, so they'll have to capitalize on running between the wickets, pick the gap while Manitoba trying to keep it down to ones and twos. Heaved away down to the deep fence. looking for two. Good running between the wickets. So that brings takes Harsh off the mark now. He's left on the pads. Lights out by the Manitoba fielders, but perhaps drifting down the next side. Our definitely has a change up in his armory. He mixes things up with space, slower ones. So good over so far. Considering it is the second last over of the innings. This one Armand tries to flick him over the fence. And a beautiful shot by Armand. That was well timed. He waited on that delivery and timed it for six. Score moves along to 160 for three now. That was perhaps a score that Ontario would have been targeting at one stage. And Armand moves along to 35. Down the leg, well taken by the keeper. Saved four wides. Just beautiful take by the keeper there. Makaru spraying that down the leg.
What's up, man?
Armand drives it over extra cover, looking for two. Should be two. Missed by the fielder, no love. That one missed by the fielder. Captain not happy about that. It is off his bowling. 4 runs to Armand. These are going to be costly runs for Manitoba. Doesn't look like it's going to be an easy chase now. It's Ontario now already into 165. Pulled away by Armand. This is up in the air. Well, that's a six. Good effort by the fielder in the deep. Got a hand to it, but dissected over the fence for six. So very good finish to the over for Ontario now. 2 sixes and a boundary in that over. That takes the score to 171 for three. And Armand is unbeaten at 45 now. He's 15 moves along to 45. Had a good partnership with Ryan at one stage when Navneet got out early. Consolidated in the middle. But now he's found his groove. 3 fours and 2 sixes to his name now. 45 of just 32 balls. And Harsh is unbeaten at 2. He takes 4 deliveries as the last over now being bowled by Mandeep Maini. 171 for 3 Ontario. This is gently tapped by our smart cricket, bringing the set back to Nirvana back on strike. Armand flicks it behind. Square, that might go in a 4. That's 4 runs. Beautiful batting. Good batting by Armand, being a little bit innovative. Big fist spot in the wicket area, behind square, 4 runs. He moved along to 49 now. He's picked up his scoring rate considerably in the last over or two and has quickly moved along to 49. He was playing at run a ball at one stage, but then he's now 50 for Arman, 50 of his 34 balls. Good batting, Arman. Chair will be quite comfortable with the score now. Harsh gets the leading edge down to third man for a single. It's Mandeep now to Arman. Gets an edge. Harsh wants to go for a quick single. Arman was trying to dab that down the third man. What a leading edge. Missed by the keeper. Just fell short for us. So we're at the last ball mark now. Last ball of the innings coming up. Mandeep 2.5 overs, 26 for 1 for him so far. Heaved away by Harsh Thakur. That's well timed. It's in the gap. Could go for 4. That's 4. He fielded that ball from outside the fence. 4 runs. A good finish by Harsh there. 4 of the last delivery. And that concludes the innings for Ontario. 183 for 3 after 20 overs. A good batting performance indeed. A very solid batting performance. Kicked off by Ryan, who gave a flying start in the power play. 86 runs before he was bowled by Mandeep. 86 of just 55 deliveries. 8 fours and 4 sixes. Shubham Sharma, 16 of 16 for him. Navneet missed out today. 5 of 7 for Navneet was well caught by the keeper, Sarab Jodh. The bowling of Shubham Sharma. Arman, unbeaten, 51 of 35 balls. He capitalized well at the end of the innings to bring the score to the 43-run mark. 4 fours and 2 sixes to his name, while Harsh Thakur from that last finished the innings with a boundary. 8 of 10 unbeaten. 17 extras in the innings, 183 for 3 Ontario. Manitoba will struggle at the beginning, only 2 overs 18 for wicket for him. Marvinder Pranag, just 1 over 18 for no wicket. Arvinder Dhillani, the pick of the bowlers for Manitoba today. 4 overs 20 for 1. Mandeep Singh, 3 overs 20 for 1 for him. Shivam Sharma, 4 overs 29 runs and 1 wicket. Jatinder Matharu, the captain for Manitoba, 4 overs 39 runs. Couldn't pick up a wicket. While Muaz Kazi, an expensive second bowler, so 2 overs 28 runs and no wicket to his name. So good. Total 183 for 3. Manitoba will be looking to score 184 in this game. As we'll be back live in about 10 minutes as the players change. So we'll be back. Please stay tuned with us. We'll be back in 10 minutes as Manitoba kicks off their chase, chailing 184. Oh.
250 ਦੇ ਆਏ ਨਹੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਤੇਰੇ 250 ਦੇ 300 ਦੇ ਜਾ ਹਾਂ ਟੈਕਸ ਪਾ ਕੇ 350 ਦਿੱਤਾ ਕਮਲ ਨੇ ਲੈਣੇ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਵੇਚਣ ਲੱਗਾ ਕਮਲ ਕੱਲ ਵਾਪਸ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਤੋਂ
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਮੈਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਸੀ
ਇਹ ਪਿਆ ਮਾਰੀ ਹਾਂ ਇਹ ਪਿਆ ਉਹ ਆਇਆ ਕਰਦਾ ਇਹਦੀ ਬੋਲ ਆ ਕੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਨੂੰ ਮੂਵ ਹੈ
ਮਰੇ ਆਏ ਕਿਤੇ ਬੈਠ
ਵਧੀਆ ਲੱਗੋ ਵਿਕਟ ਕੋਈ ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ
नहीं कोई चक्कर नहीं
ਥੱਲੇ ਉਹ ਰਾੜਾ ਨਾ ਰਾੜਾ ਹੀ ਬੇਟਾ ਦੇ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ
Hopefully we don't need this.
ਉਹ ਕੈਚ ਵਾਲਾ ਐਫਰਟ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੰਦਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ ਭਾਈ ਮੈਂ ਤੇ ਵੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਮੈਂ ਆਈ ਸੀਗਾ ਪਰ ਮੈਂ ਬੜਾ ਹਵਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਕੈਚ ਵੜ ਕੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਬਾਹਰ ਦੀ ਗਿਆ ਨਾ ਅੰਦਰ ਹੀ ਬਾਹਰ ਦੇ ਮੈਂ ਦੇਖੇ ਮੈਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਦੇਖੇ ਝੰਡੇ ਦੇ ਪਰਲੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਦੇਖੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਾਉਂਡਰੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਾ ਐ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਾਉਂਡਰੀ ਇਹ ਉਧਰ ਵਾਲੀ ਇਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਾ ਅੱਜ ਨਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਾਉਂਡਰੀ ਅੱਛੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੀ ਐਸੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਗਰਾਊਂਡ ਪਰ ਤਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਬਾਉਂਡਰੀ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਕੀ ਰੱਬਾ ਗਿਆ ਰਹੀ ਗਰਾਊਂਡ ਤੇ ਭੱਜਦੇ ਹੀ
बॉल देखते हैं
फील्ड का 11 मिनट बढ़िया
यार
दो का नहीं तो बन गया सारी टीम ने चौके कद्दू कट मत के ना पड़े
भाई मैं समझ गया हाइट कर जा रहे हैं जोड़ मार के जोड़े ना
आज जब जिਵੇਂ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਬੈਟਿੰਗ ਕਰਨੀ ਕਰੋ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਕਰਨੀ ਬੈਟਿੰਗ ਕਰਨੀ ਕਰੋ ਸੱਲੂ ਦੇ ਸਾਥ ਤੱਕ ਪਹਿਲ पे
sorry that guy
Oh, around that one. Inside the two.
मेरी बॉल पे पहले ऑलमोस्ट स्लिप थी
But it's not that that was a good ball.
करते हो जब लगी मेरा गाइड कर रहा था
The ball. I took a catch right there.
देखेगा Mendes. Boys.
Welcome back, everyone. As the second innings gets underway, Manitoba chasing 184. 184 in 20 overs. Opening the batting for Manitoba are Sarbjot Singh, the wicket keeper, and Vasu Shah. Vasu Shah, the non-striker, number 17, was Sarbjot Sivya, number 99. As Jeremy Gordon to kick things off for Ontario with the ball, and it's up in the air. Batsman trying to pull, gets a leading edge over the point fielder, and that's one run. So straight away, some pace and bounce. That's what you expect from Jeremy. That takes Sarbjot off the mark. Not a convincing shot, but he'll still settle some nerves getting off the mark. Vasu now on strike, facing Jeremy. Jeremy bowling with a 6-3 offside field, two slips, a wide first slip and a second slip in place. No needed first slip. Saw the first and second slip as Jeremy comes in and bowls. Good channel. Middle and off, good length. Straight to the short middle wicket fielder. Fielded by Dylan. There's a deep fine leg, a short mid wicket, and a mid on inside the circle. The three fielders on the onside. Third man is deep. A pretty orthodox field so far for Jeremy as he runs in. Goes to Vasu and very well bowled. A good channel there. Just that off stump channel. Gently tapped by Vasu straight to the short middle wicket fielder. So far, Vasu has managed two good, solid defensive shots, achieving 184. As Jeremy goes, gets it inside edge. Half a shout there by the bowler, but definitely an inside edge there. Jeremy once again beautifully bowled. A lot of pace there. Batsman completely beaten there. Joe. Ontario obviously looking to cap their day one with a second victory. They beat Nova Scotia in the morning game and now have set Manitoba a target of 184 in their second game. As Jeremy comes in and bowls to Sarabjot. Quickest delivery, tries to cut, misses out. Good start by Jeremy, just 2 runs off his first over. Manitoba 2 for no wicket after 1 over. Bowling from the south end. The pace on both ends is being introduced by Ontario. Sebas Teani is going to come into ball. Well, Wasu, the batsman, on strike. Good start by Sebas, bowling good start line channel. Jensen tabbed by Wasu straight to the short course fielder. Same field as it was for Jeremy. 3 fielders on the onside. Deep fine leg, deep third man. 2 fielders on the outside inside the circle, mid on and mid wicket. 2 slips in place as Sebas comes in, bowls, gets a little bit of swing, driven straight to cover. No run there. So good start so far for both the opening bowlers of Ontario. Sebas to Vasu. Bowling a very good channel here, giving no room for the batsman to play with. Ontario got off to a flying start in their innings, allowing them to score 183. Manitoba, they need to pick the rate up a little bit, take advantage of this power play as a good throw from Salman directed, and the batsman might have been short there. Quick single taken there. Seems like Sarab Jyot is the guy for Manitoba. Expected to give them a good start. Wants to kind of be more technical batsman, seeing off the opening burst from the Ontario bowlers as Sebas comes in, bowls to Sarab Jyot, goes across the line and he's on. He tried to flick that over the onside, missed out, and that looked pretty straight. Fire having no hesitation and raising his finger there, and Ontario has got their first breakthrough as Sarabjot misses out. 3 for 1 Manitoba, and the first wicket for Sebastian. New batsman walking in for Manitoba is Kamaljot Romana. Just the quick breakthrough that Ontario was looking for. So Kamaljot now taking strike. Shabazz to bowl the last ball of his first over. And bowls it well, just drifting down the leg slightly. And that concludes a successful first over for Shabazz Piani. Just 1 run and a wicket. And Manitoba now at 3 for 1 after 2 overs. Required run rate already at the 10-run mark. It will be a difficult chase. Jeremy to continue from the pavilion end. He's bowling to Vasu. Oh, quickest delivery gets an edge. Drops short of Navneet at first slip. Jeremy definitely extracting some pace and bounce from this wicket. Vasu trying to play out this initial burst from Jeremy. Comes in and bowls. Quickest delivery again. Well played. Gently tap. Quickest for good single. A wild throw by Salman. Well backed up by the mid-on keeper. Just a single there. Once again, Jeremy. Quickest delivery. Timed beautifully over point for 4 runs. One down, four. Just timed it over the point fielder. So that's the first boundary for Manitoba. And that gets Kamal Jot off the mark, up and running. Extra pace on that one from Jeremy. Once the batsman gets any part of that on that one, it flies over the fielders. Jeremy once again to Kamal Jot. Pulled away, good shot. That will be 1, 2 bounces, 3 and 4 runs. So more confident batting now from Kamal Jot. He's got 2 boundaries, and that is definitely raising some voices from the Manitoba Cats. Much needed boundaries at this stage. Trying to make use of this power play. Trying to utilize his extra pace from Jeremy. Manitoba move along to 12 for 1. Pulled away again. That one is going to be, may not go all the way, but just stick on the weekend for 4. 4 runs. Good batting. Kamal Jot Singh taking on the attack to the bowler. 4 runs. Manitoba team camp very close to the commentary booth, so you may hear some background cheering going on as Jeremy is trying to bowl short, and batsman is ready for that. Let's see what Jeremy comes back with here. Quick is the race, full is the race. Driven straight to the point fielder, low run there. That's the end of the third over. Manitoba are 16 for 1. Much better over for Manitoba. 3 boundaries in that over. Jeremy, 2 overs, 15 for no wicket. Sebas continuing just down the leg side. Wide signal by the umpire. The wicketkeeper for Ontario is Armand Kapoor. Made a very good 50 while they were batting. Picked up the ante towards the last couple of overs. Shabazz comes in, bowls to Vasu. Vasu trying to be solid in his defense. Drives it to mid-off, no run there. That's upwardly driven. Half it shouts of catch it, but that one falling well short of the mid-off fielder. First aggressive intent seen from Vasu so far. Shabazz to Vasu and Vasu again trying to drive that one. Misses out. Shabazz once again to Vasu and cut away by Vasu. But that one flies down the third man. Just one there. Solid return back to the keeper. Kamal George dabs it behind point, well fielded by Salman. Just one run there. Manitoba at 19 for 1. As Shabazz ball the last ball of his second over. So for a good spell from Shabazz, it's 4 runs on a wicket. Driven back solidly, straight back to the bowler, no run. So that's another good over from Shabazz Mirani. 2 overs, 4 for 1 for him. Manitoba 19 for 1 after 4 overs. As change in bowling from the pavilion end. Looks like it's Saad bin Zafar who's coming into bowl, replacing Jeremy. So Saad will continue the bowling. He's got a 6-3 offside field, 3 fielders on the onside, a short fine leg, mid on in the circle, and a deep mid wicket. One slip in place, the long off. Saad starts off, pulled away. And that is well fielded by the fielder at the boundary. Saved a couple of runs. A good confidence stroke by Kamal Jot. He's off to a flyer, 15 so far for him. After 7 deliveries, he's got 3 boundaries to his credit. Cuts it, and that one will fly away to the boundary for 4 runs. Cut between slip and backward point for 4 runs. Using the pace of the bowler. Well played, Kamal Jot. He moved along to 19 now. And Manitoba 25 for 1. Tab straight to Jeremy at backward point, no run. Kamal Jot drives this. Fielded at short cover by Dylan Killinger. But once again, the Kamal Jot cuts it over the point fielder for 4 runs. Good batting by Kamal Jot. That's the 5th boundary for Kamal Jot. He moved along to 23 of just 10 deliveries. So he's getting Manitoba back on track in this chase. Getting the team going here. Well bowled and well played. Load it up this time. And that completes the first over from Saad Zafar. A bit expensive, 10 runs. 10 conceded in the over. Perhaps there was still one ball remaining in that over, but umpires may have missed it. Change in bowling from the pavilion end. It's Harsh Thakur coming into ball. Swept away. Behind square, looking for 2. Fielded by Ryan, back to the keeper, just keeping the batsman to 1. Kamal Jot on strike. Pulled away, tapestry played, 12 ball, safely, 1 bounce to the long run fielder. Just 1 run. Swept straight to short point leg fielder, fielded by Jeremy. Fielding at short point. Cut away by Vasu, well fielded by Salman. Looking for direction as well. And the ball deflects off the stump of Persinger. Good overall cricket here. Good all-round cricket. Good fielding on the play. And that is a wild throw now. Perhaps another commentator's curse. Wild throw from Jeremy. Batsman we're not looking for any runs. And he just threw it in no man's land, conceding 2 more runs. Harsh definitely not happy with that. Kamal Joe on strike. That's it. Down the short third, looking for a quick single. That's one more run. Manitoba move along to 35 for one. One ball to go in the power play. Tapped it straight to short mid wicket, fielded by Navneet. So that concludes the sixth over. And the power play 34, 35 for one after six overs, Manitoba.
Hold on.
Kamal Jodh Singh, 25 of just 14 deliveries, 5 fours. He's the only batsman who's hit the boundaries in the power play for Manitoba. Vasu Shah, 8 of 18. So now Saad has got his 4 fielders inside the circle. And he's balled them. Batsman trying to make room, trying to go for an expansive drive. And Kamal Jodh misses. And he's been cleaned up. That's the second wicket. Kamal Jodh was looking promising for Manitoba. Good fiery innings comes to an end. 25 with just 15 deliveries. As Saad has now picked up his first wicket. Shivam Sharma is the new batsman for Manitoba. Facing Saad. Quickest delivery by Saad. Fired in. Shivam a little late on that one. Saad to Shivam. Gets the tap down to square leg. To get off the mark. Attempting a reverse sweep. Vasu attempting a reverse sweep, trying to be a little innovative. Misses out. Start to Vasu. Flicked away by Vasu, looking for two. Cut off by the fielder at the boundary, keeping the batsman to one. Much better over from Saad, but for now, he's got a wicket. Slowed things down a little bit. The more aggressive batsman coming to back in the pavilion. As Shivam and Vasu try to consolidate a bit here now. 37 for 2 after 7 overs, Manitoba. Chasing 184. Requiring another 147 runs in 13 overs. Very tough ask. Seems like change in bowling from the south end. And it's Salman Nazar coming into the attack. Salman Nazar coming into the attack. First ball, batsman comes down the track, flips it into the mid-wicket region, looking for two, but well fielded. This one. Shivam now to face Salman. Trying for an expansive heave. Gets it down to the deep middle of the fielder. One more run to Shivam. Score moves along to 39 for 2, Manitoba. Really need to pick things up. Down the track comes Vasu. Hits it over the long one fielder for a 6. A much needed boundary. That should get him going. That's his first aggressive hit, and he manages to hit a 6. Well timed. 45 for 2 now, Manitoba. Once again comes down the track and clears the fence again. Back to that 6. Very good batting by Vasu. Taking on the attack to Salman Nazar. He's gone for 14 in his first 4 balls. Those 2 sixes. Going over the long run fence. As we need another ball. So the umpires coordinating to select the replacement ball.
All right.
45. Actually, 50. 51 for 2, Manitoba. So that's 6 ball up to 50 for Manitoba. Vasu 22 not out. That is ये 5 बॉल के ओवर क्यों दे रहे हैं? Okay, no, सही 6 बॉल के 6. Long day for you, aren't it? ये हूँ ना, long day भाग दौड़ में लगे हैं. Yeah, too good. Yeah. Saad to continue from the pavilion end. Nice handle by Saad. Right stump line there, mixing his pace. Shivam, the batsman on strike. Flicks it down to short fine leg for a single. and brings Vasu back on strike. Vasu will be confident after getting those two big sixes of the last over. So, was a little cautious at the beginning, but now he's picking up the ante. Play tries to go. Ramirez gets a leading edge, and that might be number four. So, Vasu showing some innovation there and getting the boundary. Much needed boundary. They need to keep on going at this rate, Manitoba. They need another 128 runs and 69 deliveries. Required rate over 10.5, 11 per over. They need to hit a few boundaries here. Assad to Vasu. This is wrapped on the third and missed by the. That was the quickest delivery, skidded on. Umpire signaling impact outside off. Flicked away by Vasu in the vacant area. Looking for two. Looking for two and coming back for two. And the director was definitely wrong. Missed by Navneet at the non-strikers then with a quick throw. Looking for a directed. But 2 runs in the process for Manitoba. Score moves along to 58 for 2. This is driven down to long on for a single. So he's mixing things up. Was he playing a good knock so far? He's unbeaten on 29 of 29 deliveries. 3 boundaries for him in the last 2 overs. So he's picking up the ante since Kamal Jodh got out. As Manitoba are 59 for 2 after 9 overs, requiring 125 in 66 deliveries. So 11 overs to play and 125 needed for Manitoba. 8 wickets in hand. And only 1 over for Salman from the south end, and that has got a change in bowling, and it's Dylan Halinger was coming into the attack, so bringing pace back into the attack. Perhaps a good change up. Let's see what Dylan has in store. Dylan to down the leg side, wide signal by the umpire. Dylan Haliger to Wasood. Flicked away by Wasood. That's in the gap. No, there's covered by Ryan from the deep square boundary for a single. Good return to the keeper. Haliger bowling with mid-off up in the circle. There's a deep square and a deep fine leg on the fence. And there's a long on fielder at the boundary. As Dylan comes in, flicks it. Salman is quick. Good fielding by Salman. No run there. Pulled away, down to long one for a single. Dylan, another bowler who mixes his pace quite a bit. He's got decent pace as well, but he does try to mix things up. Flicked away by Vasil in the gap. This should be an easy two.
Good running.
And it's good running by the batsman. With a much needed partnership now building up. 27 runs between these two batsmen. Bringing Manitoba right back in this game. Well played by Vasil. Playing some smart cricket here. 65 for 2 Manitoba after 9.5 overs. As Dylan to bowl the last ball of his first over. Shivam on strike. Pulled away by Shivam! 1 down! 4 runs! Oh, down to the deep end of the boundary. That was a very good shot. Keeps the momentum going for Manitoba. They move along to 69 for 2 after 10 overs. First boundary for Shivam. Very confident looking pull. He moves around to 8 now. And this partnership grows to 34 of his 23 deliveries. So both these batsmen picking up the scoring a bit in the last few overs. Manitoba need another 115 runs of the last 10 overs. It's 11.5 runs per over required. You need to keep getting these boundaries. Flicked away. This is smart cricket. They're picking the odd boundary here and there and then collecting those singles and twos. Saad continuing. Gently tapped, looking for a single, but that's straight to the blue. No run. Saad into the last over of the spell. 21 for 1 for him so far. Tries to pull that straight back to the bowler. Gets an inside edge. That might run away for 4. No, it's picked up by the fielder in the boundary. Batsman come back for 2. 2 more runs to Shivam. Saad once again. Shivam taps behind square. Looking for 2. And that's easy too. It's a long boundary out there. Fielders are right at the boundary. Gently tap, push, or nudges into the gap. Good running between the wicket. 2 more runs. So Manitoba doing well here, collecting those important runs in the middle overs. This one again is grabbed by Shivam, but fielded by Saad off his own bowling, and he keeps it to 1. That concludes the spell. 4 overs, 26 for 1 for Saad. As Manitoba 75 for 2 after 11 overs. 40, this partnership 40 runs unbeaten. Both these batsmen now looking to definitely up the ante. Since the required run rate is at 12.11 needed per over. 109 runs required of the last 9 overs. Manitoba do have 8 wickets in hand, but they'll have to get the odd boundary here and there in every over. They've been running well between the wicket as well. As Dylan Gallagher will continue, and he'll bowl to Shivam Sharma on strike. Shivam 13 not out. That's well caught. It's a very good catch, running catch taken by the fielder at the boundary, normal on fence. So much needed breakthrough for Ontario. Good catch taken at the boundary. And that is the end of Shivam Sharma. He walks back to the pavilion after scoring 13. And Dylan picks up his first wicket. New batsman in for Manitoba is their captain, Jatinder Paul Mataru. Left-handed batsman. He bowled 4 overs earlier today. Right arm fast bowler, but bats left-handed. It's quite interesting. So Hurling are keeping a slip now from Mataru. A bit more aggressive field positioning as Hurling with a stab behind point. Cut off by Ryan at the boundary, but in the meantime, batsman comes back for 2. So Mataru off the mark with a couple of runs. Dylan once again to Mataru. Hits the deck hard. Mataru gently defends it back. Head to the bowler. No run. These vital runs conceded by Manitoba at the end of their inning, the Ontario's inning, was going to get very costly for them. And there's bowling. Inside edge. Effort delivery by Dylan there. Mataru trying to dab it down the third line. Gets an inside edge and he's out bowled. Dylan gets a second wicket in this over.
Yeah, like they are one of the school. No, yeah,
Thank you. So back-to-back wickets for Dylan there. He's on a hat trick now. Moaz Kazi, a quick delivery from Dylan again. So very good over from Dylan. 3 wickets in the over. And he's put Ontario right back in this game. At one stage, Manitoba were picking up the ante. They were getting a good partnership going. But Dylan has definitely put a crack here. As now Manitoba are 77 for 5 after 12 overs. 107 runs needed in the last 8 overs. Wide run rate just over 13 per over now. And Manitoba has 5 wickets in hand. Vasu Shah is holding the end from one end for Manitoba. He's 34 not out, 33 deliveries. As change of ends for Salman. He comes into ball from the pavilion end. Gently dab down to third man for a single by Vasu. Slip coming in for the new batsman, Muaz Kazi. And this is dab down to point, no run. And batsman is beaten there. Not an easy wicket for new batsmen to go in and start hitting. Cut away by Muaz. Out to the extra cover fielder for a single. Change in field for the set. Batsman Vasu Shah. Tagged over the head of Salman. No run there. Vasu times down the track, flicks it down to a deep mid wicket, looking for 2. Batsman says no. Just one more run. That's a better comeback over from Salman. Just 3 runs of that over. 2 over 17 for no wicket for Salman. Manitoba 80 for 5 after 13 overs. And the run rate creeps up even further. Nearly 15 runs per over needed now. And they're up against Dylan Hillinger, who's looking very dangerous. He's picked up 3 wickets in his last over. Missed out on a hat trick. 2 overs, 12 runs, 3 wickets for Dylan so far. And he comes in and bowls to Vasu. Vasu guides it down to third man. Looking for 2 and getting 2. Perhaps miscalculation there. There was no point fielder. There was no point backward point fielder. That is Tab. Down the third man, 4 runs. Very smart batting. Using the pace there, guiding it past the keeper for 4 runs. So Wasu moved along to 42 now. 2 fours and 2 sixes to his credit. As Manitoba move along to 86. 6 runs of the first 2 balls of this over. So much needed boundary there from Wasu. Comes in and bowls. Straight to the point fielder, no run. Aerator to Wasu. Drives it back. Straight to the bowler, no run. And he gets an edge, pass the keeper, flies away for 4 runs. With an effort delivery from Hilleger, was to getting an edge, past the keeper, flies away for 4 runs. No chance for the third man fielder to cut that one off. Score moved along to 90 for 5. And Vasu moved along to 46. He's played really well. He's up against a very decent bowling attack. And it's one. Another edge. Past the widest midfielder. One more run. And that is the end of over number 14. After 14 overs, Manitoba 91 for 5. Driven by Wasu for a single, down to long loss. As Moaz Kazi back on strike. Slip comes back into place. Salman the bowler, pitches delivery. Inside edge, no run there. This one is up in the air. And very good catch by Ryan. Covering a lot of ground from long off. And all the way towards the mid-on position. Good. Well just catch. That was up in the air for quite a while. So that's the end of Moaz Kazi. He was struggling out there a little bit. As Manitoba lose their 6th wicket now, 92 for 6 after 14.3 overs. Wakusha was the opening batsman for Manitoba. He's still out there in the middle. 48 for 40 of 43. One good partnership between him and Shivam and Kamal Jot and Vasu as well. Kamal Jot took the ante up front, and then since then Vasu took over after Kamal Jot went out. Now Salman to Vasu, no run there. This is cut away by Vasu, looking for two. Dylan Hillinger had a very strong arm. Just one run there. New batsman for Manitoba is Amrinder Dhill. Gently taps it for no run. So that's the end of over number 15. 93 for 6. Manitoba. Five overs remaining. 91 runs needed. Very steep ask. They lost 3 wickets in 1 over, which puts them back. 3 wickets for Dylan Hillinger in 1 over, which puts the breaks in their scoring. And now should be an easy stretch home for Ontario. As I see a change in bowling from the north end. As Parveen Kumar now bowling. And well fielded by Parveen off his own bowling. No run. Vasu goes down the track, heaves it down to long on, and that brings up his 50. Well played by Vasu. He took his time early on, but then he picked up the scoring in the middle overs and a very smart knock of 50. Perhaps a little slow based given the required rates. 50 nonetheless, very important for Manitoba. He's been there out in the middle since the opening. He went there as an opener. Now let's see what he's going to show. Down the track, he comes. Hit over the bowler's head. Well fielded as a long off fielder. Just one run. Rinder now on strike. He's hit it up in the air. Over extra cover. Ball swirled, but once again, good piece of fielding by the long off fielder. Keeps it to 2. As that is the end of the first over from Parveen Kumar. Manitoba 98 for 6 after 16 overs. Salman to continue his bowling to Vasu. Tap down to long on by Vasu for a single.
Get the guys. Yeah.
gently tapped by Amrinder. So I think at this stage, Manitoba just looking to play out the overs and score as much as possible. 184 was always going to be a steep task. Needed a couple of their batsmen to get going. As Salman continuing in his last over. Slowest delivery, looped up, no run there. Quickest delivery by Salman, mixing things up a little bit. Looped up again, trying to buy a wicket here, and it just falls short of Ryan at long off. Just one run there. And that's the end of the spell for Salman. 4 overs, 21 for 1 for him. As Manitoba bring up their 100 for 6 after 17 overs. Praveen to continue, and this is Najib straight to Dylan. He doesn't miss out on those. That was an easy catch straight to Dylan, and he made no mistake of that. That's one more wicket. So Praveen picks up his first wicket. Batsman out is Amrinder. Mandeep Saini comes in to bat for Manitoba. But been a struggle for Manitoba in this chase. They've lost their 7th wicket now, as this one is driven down to deep mid wicket for a single. Takes Mandeep off the mark. Vasu on strike. He's been the one constant batsman for Manitoba at the wicket. And he's looking to play out an unbeaten knock here. He moves along to 53 as Mandeep now on strikes. Mandeep plays it back. Actually, gently tapped. Collected by the keeper, no run. Mandeep drives it. Behind point, looking for two. Wrong end. Just one run added. Vasu comes down the track. Bowled short by Parveen. Cuts it straight to the backward point fielder. No run. So good over from Parveen. 2 overs, 8 runs, 1 wicket for Parveen so far. So Ontario moving along to their second victory. So 2 overs remaining in this innings as Ontario moving along to their second victory during in the day and second victory in this tournament so far. Harsh Thakur coming into attack from the pavilion end. He's been cut away down to deep backward point for a single. Good solid return from Hilliger. I'm leaving soon. It's ending game. Game is ending. I'm leaving.
Actually, it's only 1%.
Sure, if you want to, but I'm leaving soon.
Yeah, until then.
Harsh to Vasu here. Swept by Vasu. Down to backward square. Collected by the fielder. 2 more runs to Vasu. One short signaled by the umpire. Reverse swept this one. And that will run away for 4 runs. He's trying some of his trick shots now. And he's been very successful. He's batted really well today. Just needed someone else to bat along with him and get those big boundaries. But he's played really well. He moved along to 50, 58, and Manitoba moved along to 109. Tapped by Vasu once again looking for 2. Running the first one hard, looking for the second. And the wild throw there. And there's another run short. So second run short in the over. Vasu trying to push for the second and missing out in completing the run though. Once again, it's tapped by Vasu for a single.
What happened?
So that's the end of the 19th over. Manitoba 111 for 7. So last over now. Vasu unbeaten at 60. Came out as an opener. And he stayed there till the end. Good knock from him. Seems like Parveen will continue and finish things off for Ontario, bowling the last over of the innings. Down the track comes Vasu. Difficult chance for Parveen. Missed off his own bowling. Just one more run. Mandeep now on strike. He comes down the track this time, tries to hit it over the fence, but he's been caught out at long on. Easy catch for the long on fielder. That's the end of Mandeep. He walks back to the pavilion as Parveen picks up another wicket. 112 for 8 Manitoba. Hmm. The new batsman for Manitoba is Kamal Mangli. He'll be at the non-strikers end. Four more balls left in this inning. Vasu is on strike. Unbeaten on 61. This is well hit by Vasu over the extra cover region, looking, and that's run away for 4 runs. Beautifully timed by Vasu. Very good batting. Vasu moves along to 65 now. 5 4s and 2 6s. Comes down the track again. Heaves it down to deep wicket. Just a single there. That one straight to hit Dylan there. And two more balls left in the innings. Manitoba 117 for 8. And this will be a comfortable win for Ontario. As Parveen loops this one away and driven down to long on for a single. As we come to the last ball of the innings for day one in this national T20 championship hosted by Great Canada, all 10 provinces competing. And that one falls short, one bounce, and that will just be a single. So that is the end of the innings. 119 for 8 Manitoba. That's what they managed at the end of the day. Vasu Shah unbeaten on 67 of 60 deliveries. He played well indeed, but 184 was always going to be a steep task for Manitoba. So they struggled a little bit early on. Sarabjot Singh scoring one. Vasu Shah unbeaten came out as an opener, 67 not out of 60 balls. Kamal Jot Singh tried to up the ante, scored 25 of 15 deliveries, hitting 5 boundaries in the process. Shivam Sharma and Vasu Shah at one stage had a very good partnership going, but then it was Dylan Halinger who got those 3 wickets in the same over. Jatinder bowled by Dylan for 2, and then Arvinder's first ball bowled by Dylan. That set Manitoba right on the back foot, and then it was a struggle to finish things off. Nobody else kept going, and at the end, they managed 119 for 8 in their 20 overs. For Team Ontario, Jeremy Gordon kicked things off, 2 overs 15 for no wicket for him. Shehbaz Kiani bowled really well, 2 overs, 4 runs and 1 wicket for him. Saad Bin Zafar, 4 overs, 26 for 1. Harsh Thakur, 2 overs, 14 for no wicket. Salman Nazar, 4 overs, 21 for 1. Dylan Haliger, pick up the bowlers for Ontario, 3 overs, 23 for 3. And finished by Parveen Kumar, 3 overs, 16 for 2 in a spell. So good overall performance by Ontario and winning this game with a comfortable margin. So that concludes our day one's proceedings for this national T20 championship. Ontario winning both their games today. We'll be back live in the morning again with other fixtures. Games starting at 9 in the morning, and we have the same schedule lined up, 3 games at 1 ground each. So 6 games tomorrow. Please join us live back again tomorrow. Thank you. Let's go off, Kevin.